Okay, come on.
Second question.
Go ahead.
During Chapter 1043's cover page, there are apparently silhouettes of the Blackbeard Pirates. They're on Whole Cake Island.
I didn't see it. In the back.
Yeah, they're very faint silhouettes, and it's just speculation, but if you zoom in close, you can see a resemblance of Doc Q, Burgess, and Blackbeard.
Yes.
What does this mean for the Big Mom Pirates, and what do you think will happen if this is true?
I swear.
These guys are checking right now. Wait, they don't know about this.
Yo, when you pull it up, show me. Because I remember looking at these shadows, and I was like, it's not. I remember thinking it's not the Blackbeard Pirates.
Chapter 1043. The cover page where Oven is bringing Yonji and Niji.
Right now.
All right, so if you look all the way at the bottom near the town, there's silhouettes.
Triz asking for his check because he dropped this in the Discord.
Trig, that's definitely you.
Which one's supposed to be Doc Q then?
I can send you the
left.
Reddit link.
The one all the way.
But I would, and I don't know if it's coming to me.
Yeah,
but I would absolutely love it because one, it is a theory that I proposed a while ago that the Blackbeard Pirates would go to Whole Cake Island, and I did take it from Arthur on Library of Ohara. But the point being is that Blackbeard always eats off of Luffy. Throughout the series, he's always eaten something out of how Luffy impacted the world. Yeah. So Luffy going to Whole Cake Island and forcing Big Mom and her forces to split up and come to Wano was the perfect opportunity for him to continue that trend and get a road poneglyph or whatever he wants on Whole Cake Island, which to me would be a road poneglyph, Robbie. So I just want to see it because that is the mayhem and the recklessness that I want to see in general. Like Katakuri's still recovering from his fight with Luffy, and it's like, oh man, the Yonko's crew's bearing down on us, and I got just Oven because he'd finally start dealing with Marco level problems, and I want to see how he reacts to it. Because when he gets smoked, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody.
It's crazy. A dude got to get jumped in order to equal up to Marco's disappointment throughout the whole series.
I mean,
but keep going.
I'm just saying he's going to be in the same position.
You're not saying anything.
He's going to be in the same position as Marco is in. But in general,
Marco got slumped by King. By himself.
Beyond the Marcos talk, in general, I do like that as a plot progression for the Blackbeard Pirates, for what he was talking about.
Marco got cuffed up by a vice admiral.
He always gets distracted.
We gotta jump Katakuri to make sure he stands on equal footing with Marco's disappointment. Anyway, never mind. Go, Lawrence.
I was gonna say, but what about Blackbeard's whole thing that capitalizing on the Marines getting all of something, right? Remember that? What? Then he shipped out. Remember after we heard the whole Reverie thing about Wasabo? And he says we can't let the Marines take everything. Then he says, boys, we're moving out. Right? Okay. Remember Blackbeard saying that?
I think there's a couple different translations of that.
Yeah,
so I don't
know
what the actual translation is. One of them I saw was, if they're not going to take it, then we'll take it. And I saw another one that said what you say.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
Because my thought, in all honesty, what did Blackbeard want since pre-time skip?
Pirate booty?
Yes, no, pretty much. Ace pretty much on his side, or Ace's ability on his side, right? We just got wind of Sabo possibly being, like dying or being captured or whatever, right? So I'm thinking this is Blackbeard talking. If they're not going to take it, he's been taking abilities, right? So he's going to go where Sabo is and try to take the fire fruit ability from Sabo to add it to his crew. That's what I'm thinking he was planning on doing. So, I mean, it would be dope he chose the whole cake, but my mind was like, he's been targeting the fire fruit since pre-time skip.
If that were the case, though, why not get it on Marineford, right?
That's true. That is true.
There was a lot
are you going to take Whitebeard's though fruit?
But I mean, Ace was already dead, right?
Yeah,
like,
by the time he actually got Whitebeard's fruit, it's like, Sengoku and Garp are bearing down on me.
Yeah. And the Kainu was like right there.
And then Shanks rolls up. He's just like,
But then the question becomes, how did Doflamingo end up getting the fruit in the first place, right? Like,
well, it probably just spawned. Like
I thought it was the fact that he's an underground broker. Like, it spawned somewhere, like Larry's about to say, and, like, he has the connections. That was the point. Like, he has the connections.
But I feel like the knowledge of how devil fruits, like, respawn in general isn't, like, that known. And this actually kind of goes into the Shanks theory, because, you know, Shanks was there. But I wonder what happened.
It's funny that you say that because
it's like you're eating a salad and you have like an apple next to it, and it's just like, yo, what the?
But then didn't we find out that reveal with the Blackbeard Pirates? It came out to be like I may be mixing things up, But like, didn't they show like a fruit just spawning in a pile of fruits?
No,
that was Punk Hazard.
That was Punk Hazard.
Okay,
Yeah.
The axolotl thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing that I was gonna say, Sebastian was saying Blackbeard with like maybe he's on Whole Cake Island for poneglyphs, right? One thing about that is like we kind of don't know, like it. I don't think Blackbeard has ever mentioned poneglyphs or ever been motivated by that. Like when you think about it, he showed up at Drum Island, right? He apparently destroyed Drum Island, and Chopper's upset about that. Why did he go there, right? Like that's a little weird. And then he's also went to Baltigo, right? Like the Jesus Burgess or whatever, him being there, right? Like, okay, cool, you're there. They could have just picked him up, but then he also like destroyed the island. Like, what's his motivation there, right? And it doesn't seem, it's not like he would know that Dragon had a poneglyph or anything, right? So it's like, it's very interesting what Blackbeard's intentions are with everything, because it's like, everyone else is like, we need to go find the One Piece, we need to find the poneglyphs, we need to do whatever, right? The Yonkos don't, like, they care now, but they weren't doing that. Blackbeard's the only one that's kind of just like going everywhere and just messing everything up, right? And we don't know why. We actually don't really know why he's doing that, right? Yeah. I think the one time we saw...
probably like super horny or something.
He just likes chaos.
But like, he had Jewelry Bonnie tied up.
He was trying to flip her for a ship,
He said, if you're my wife,
Black, bro.
He said, if you become my wife and join the crew, he said something like that, right?
Yeah.
But like, when you think about it, the whole island was on fire, and they left because the Navy was coming.
He said One Piece. I'm just trying to get a piece. So
I created a poll in the chat. That One Piece talk Civil War, Team Sever, Team Larry is 50-50 right now.
I don't know how it's 50-50. He's always wrong.
You're up.
Anyway, Lionel, go.
That cover page actually did not even notice that Blackbeard or anything. Like, I didn't notice anything in the shadows. But I do think that Blackbeard's the only one so far that didn't mention that he actually wanted to become Pirate King. Like, he didn't. Like, he mentioned, like, when he came to me for the war, he said this era is my age or my era. But he's right. We don't know Blackbeard's actual end game or goal.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know his, like, if he really cares about being Pirate King. Probably thinks, I'm not trying to, like, make it a cliche, but probably kind of thinks he's trying to do something similar, maybe, to what Rox is doing, and trying to aim for the king of the world. Because I feel like Blackbeard's aiming something big. Like, it may Pirate King is part of it, but I feel like Blackbeard's trying to be something even higher than what the Pirate King is. So that's what my views are like. But we don't know Blackbeard's objective, but he just seemed like he's scheming too much. So it seems like everything's almost calculated, everything's planned. So he's like. So I feel like there's something big with Blackbeard, just we don't know, but I think it might be linked with something with Rox, with being king of the world. That's my feeling.
Low-key doing what Kaido's doing. Blackbeard is low-key doing kind of what Kaido's doing, but the whole gathering abilities. One's with smiles, but he's with, I guess, abilities that he view is as prominent or rare or something. Yeah, powerful.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
For me, it's like, it speaks too much to Black. Like, he's the most Vegas character besides Shanks, right? Like, there's so much that happens with him, but nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
But one thing that's been proven for Blackbeard is that he has a lot of knowledge. So I wouldn't even be, like, put off guard if he already knows what the road poneglyphs say before he even like decides to go see if they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just assume because he knows Zebek, he named the ship after him. Yeah. That name was erased from history, according to Sengoku. So how would he know that? We didn't know that as the readers until, like 950 plus chapters? Yeah. So there's definitely something there that he knows something. He knows about devil fruits, obviously. He knows the book. We have never seen this book either, but it exists. Yeah. And if he's collecting certain devil fruits, that means he has even more knowledge of what devil fruits are prominent. Yeah. So maybe the ones that have had the biggest effects on the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it speaks volumes to him, but at the same time, it doesn't say anything about him at all, which makes me so frustrated with Blackbeard as a character. I understand why he's loved, but I don't get the same effect. I don't know if you guys have you watched Naruto?
Yeah.
I don't get the same effect as, like, Madara. You know? Like, Madara was a great villain, probably top 5. But it's, even though Madara was so vague for most of the show, when he finally entered and had his own, like, little, thing, he was amazing. And I feel like until we get that Blackbeard moment where he solidifies himself as the final villain of the show, we won't ever think anything more of him than this intriguing mystery character who just happens to create destruction on islands. We don't know anything. It's like...
He's going to end up being like Horty.
Horty Jones.
Oh, man.
All right, so question